This is Aftermath with Spang, and I am your host, Spang, of course. And we're going to go over my aftermath of my picks yesterday. Yesterday I was quite on a roll. I was quite on the roll of the picks I made. I was only wrong on 2 so far. We'll start off with Miami versus Houston. Houston just steamrolled over them in the fourth quarter, 42 to 23. It was an interesting game for a while there. But like I said, the second half, Houston just steamrolled them. As for Philadelphia and Jacksonville, this one was in London. And I picked Philadelphia to win that, and they won 24-18. It came down to the wire, but like I said, Jacksonville just didn't have the answers, didn't have the weapons, didn't protect the quarterback, just didn't have anything to stop Philadelphia. Carson Wentz, they just had too many answers there. As for Denver and Kansas City, I picked Kansas City to win that. Patrick Mahomes is just too much for the Denver offense, and it being Arrowhead, that came really down easy. So, I mean, I really wanted Denver to win, but it wasn't going to happen. As for Pittsburgh and Cleveland, Pittsburgh win here. They established the top of the North. They might be. I think with those 2 wins there over Cleveland and over Cincinnati, they've established a big, nice area of they're the big dogs on top again, and with Big Ben, and I think they can still go be the team to win that division. Pittsburgh, Bell's going to be back in the next week. Their running game's going good. Their offense is clicking now. Their defense is ready. I think Pittsburgh is ready to go. Cleveland, they just fired their offensive coordinator, Todd Gurley. I don't know how you can keep Hugh Jackson, but they're keeping Hugh Jackson for now. It's just a matter of time before they fire Hugh Jackson. And so Baker Mayfield is their quarterback. He played good, but he was not ready to go in that game. And it just hurt them. Cleveland just couldn't. This is the power that Pittsburgh should have had at the beginning of the season. And so that really hurt Cleveland, but Pittsburgh established that they are the team to be respected in the North. Washington beat New York. Giants, the Redskins have been awesome, doing really well with Alex Smith. Jay Gruden's been picking the right plays, making the right adjustments. They look like they can win this division. They're going to still have a hard time. They got Philadelphia. Philadelphia's starting to get turned around. So, Washington still has a hard time, but they can still win this division. And they really need to. That would look really good for them. Alex Smith would be really happy with that. Jay Gruden needs to establish a coaching career that is worth his money and his contract and what he was hired to do. So I think Jay Gruden's happy with that. Seattle beat Detroit. This is where I was wrong. I went on a limb here, and boy did I go on a limb, and that was a dumb pick. It's one of those picks when you think Detroit's doing well, and then you pick Detroit, and then boom, they lose. You can't pick Detroit on those days. that they just lose. Russell Wilson is a better quarterback, is the better team with Pete Carroll, better coach team, better overall. As for Cincinnati, beat Tampa Bay. Cincinnati is the better team. Has a better quarterback for damn sure. Tampa Bay had 4 picks and benched Jameis Winston. So I don't think Jameis Winston has much career there when he gets benched for Ryan Fitzpatrick from Harvard, who's in his mid-30s. I just don't see it happening well for Jackson. Andy Dalton played really well. So Cincinnati won there. As for Baltimore, or as New York Jets and the Chicago Bears, Trubisky had an awesome game. Trubisky just played really well. Chicago's defense came to play. Sam Darnold struggled against the defense and just struggled all around. So Chicago wins there 24-10. As for Carolina and Baltimore, Cam Newton was just awesome in that game. And you knew that I knew that Cam Newton was going to pull out a win that game. It was at home in Carolina. They obviously played well. Baltimore Flacco had one of his Fluco days and just didn't play that well. He was a fluke that day. Hardball. Defense didn't click, allowing 36 points. It just wasn't ready to go. As for the Colts and Oakland, I picked the Colts to win this game. They played really well, except for that third quarter. They only scored 8 points, and they were losing at one point, and then they just opened it up on the fourth quarter, scoring 21 unanswered points, leading the fourth quarter, and just beating them 42-28. Raiders, they just didn't do anything right that second half, and so they fall to 1-7, and they might not be thinking they're tanking but they're taking it. They're tanking it. John Gruden's taking it. There's nothing left. Derek Carr, I don't know if he's going to be there next year. He might be a Giant or something else other than the Raider, because they might be running him out. Gruden's there to stay, though. He has 10 years on his contract. Luck looked awesome. As for the San Francisco 49ers and Arizona Cardinals, I picked the Arizona Cardinals. This one was really hard to pick. It was a pick 'em down to the wire, and it came down to the wire. Arizona came back, win it 18-15. Josh Rosen, I told you, Josh Rosen is the better quarterback, and so they are the better team. You just got to be careful what you wish for with the Cardinals, and I told you Josh Rosen has something to prove. He has to have a good... If he wants to establish something good, he has to have a good career. He has to make wins here, and this is the tough one for them, and Arizona wins it. I picked it right. The Rams and the Green Bay Packers. Aaron Rodgers lost his chance at the fourth quarter to get that back, and missed a big opportunity. I feel that's the biggest reason they lost the game. However, I mean, they made other mistakes. The Rams in golf were just too much. Gurley, too much. So Todd Gurley was too much. Jared Goff, too much. Their defense, too much. Donald and Sue and Akeem Talib is just too much for Green Bay to handle. But Green Bay put a hell of a fight up. should have had a chance to win this game. That fumble at the end just screwed him over. And yeah, you take a knee in that situation. I would have told him to take a knee. A lot of times I think it'd take a knee, and the experts say don't take a knee. I guess you could say they have more experience over and more of an expert than I am about it, but I say in most cases you should take a knee, especially when there's only like less than 3 minutes on the clock. They took 2 timeouts. Yeah, that's a big no. As for tonight's game, Buffalo and New England, you got to pick New England in this one. AS is in Buffalo. Yes, Thurman Thomas is getting introduced to the Hall of Fame, but Buffalo does not have a worth-having quarterback. And, well, New England has Tom Brady, the GOAT. So, and Josh Gordon's going to be suspended for a quarter for tardiness, which really doesn't matter. Gronk is not looking like he's going to play this game because he's out with injury. So, as for that, that is my aftermath. Please join me Wednesday night before I make my picks. And like and share my video and make a comment below. That would be great. Thank you. Bye.